Hey everybody, welcome to Miss Terry's 52 Cupcake Recipe Challenge. Today we are doing recipe number 38 and it is the Red Velvet Cupcake. And this is, again, number 38. We have 14 more recipes to go to share. So let me tell you how I made the cupcake itself. I used a cup and a half of flour. I used a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. And I used 2 tablespoons of Hershey cocoa chocolate powder. And when I make a chocolate cake, it's, I generally use a lot more cocoa than that. But I wanted to have the red pop out a little bit more without having to use so much of the red food coloring, because I'm generally not a big fan of the red velvet cake because to me it tastes artificial. I can taste the red food coloring, but this cupcake I cannot taste the red food coloring, so it's a plus. So I used less chocolate, so I was able to put in less red food coloring, and it still tastes like a chocolate cupcake. So those are my dry ingredients. I mixed those dry ingredients up. And then in the KitchenAid, I mixed up a half a cup of buttermilk, half a cup of olive oil, 2 large eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I just had to use a teaspoon of the red food coloring, and mixed all that up, added my dry ingredients and mixed all that up. Had my oven preheated at 350 degrees, and for whatever reason, these had to bake 18 minutes. Never had to bake a cupcake that long, but they're very moist. They came out perfect. They just needed the 18 minutes. So, yep, so that's how I baked them. For the cream cheese icing itself, to go on the red velvet cake, you have to have cream cheese frosting. I used one of those 8-ounce packs of cream cheese, room temperature, and a stick of butter, room temperature. I added a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I used 3 cups of confectionery sugar, and I mixed all that up. And then I used a tablespoon, it's kind of like a heaping tablespoon of the creme fraiche, added that in it just to make it really creamy. I wanted it really creamy. If you don't have creme fraiche made, go ahead and just put a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream in it. And I'm just using the plain tip, nothing fancy here. I'm not using the star tip today. And I'm just going to put the icing on like that. See how smooth and creamy that is? Yum! This texture wasn't this smooth until I put the creme fraiche in it. Creme fraiche really did something to it. And the heavy whipping cream will too. Isn't that pretty? Yum! And it's the cream cheese icing. Awesome. There, it's just pretty with the dollop on top. And then what I did to decorate it, I took one of the cupcakes already baked and cooled. And you have to be careful because these are moist cupcakes. And I just took little bits off and crumbled it with my finger. If you take big bits off and try to roll it and crumble it, because it's so moist, it's just going to all ball up. So just take little bits and kind of play with it, and you get these little crumbles here. So then I just want to sprinkle some of the crumbles on top. And that kind of gives me my decoration. How cute is that? And it's just the cake itself. So it's not taken away from the flavor of the cupcake at all. But yet you've got something nice on top of it. This is a perfect Valentine's Day cake, cupcake to make. Or if you don't like red velvet cake and you need another cupcake idea for Valentine's Day, search the YouTube videos, because the fireball, the red fireball cupcake is awesome. So go ahead and search for that one if you want to do something red and Valentine's-y. But this is very nice. I like this one. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe. And I will see you next week for next week's recipe. Thanks. Bye now.